Hi, here just showing you kind of what I have to deal with. This is my yard. This is the dirt. They're gonna come sometime in the next couple of weeks to fix that. But I've been trying to fix my house. It's been a rough one. But this is basically a tour of my house and what we're gonna see. Yeah, there's some things that I shouldn't have done, but there's also things that are on this house that never should have been done in the first place. So, door handle fell off. Here's a section of the house. This is kind of cool. There's water damage in here. And here's electrical. Disaster. It's scary. But there's water damage up here. All that's rotted. And I actually put a hole in here. This actually is outside siding to the house, but somewhat removed. So right now, this is kind of what my house looks like. Here is I got some lath plaster. It's basically been lath plaster all around. And then I should have put a protective covering over the floor, but whatever. I got my insulation that's gonna go up eventually. I got a beam in there. And then this is basically the rest of it. I got some stuff taken off the walls. So yeah, this is what I'm looking at right now to do is to fix up this part. I just have everything kind of laid out on the ground and on the floor. It's kind of a mess, but not that big of a mess. But this is just a general preview of what I got going on here. And then over here, more mess. And now let's go down. Let's go through this way. Try not to step on any nails. And then over here we got the same thing going on. Got holes in the ceiling. This is new floor. I put this in. And then we got that's sawdust in my walls and all kinds of stuff here. It's not good stuff. But anyways, let's continue through here and into, this is the bathroom. It's kind of a mess. I'm just going to show you upper height. So this is what it looks like. Just need to fix it. Actually, it's going to get removed eventually. So going into the basement here. So that was the area I just walked through. And then just going downstairs. I'm not going to show you guys the bubble room. That's a little bit too much of a mess for you guys to see. But this is the basement. Might be a little bit dark. But right now I'm going to try to make this section here using these beams, and these beams to look more like this section over here with all the new wood beams that are up there. And that's what I did last summer. So I went through and I did all that. Then bottle jacks for lifting up the floor. So this is kind of what I have done. I still need to get rid of some of that stuff up there, but we'll see if that happens or when I get to it. But I'm going to be trying to put these I-beams up here underneath the floor. And you probably didn't really get to see, but upstairs there was. But anyways, you guys see the crack in there? Yeah, well, all these beams are all bowed down. And, well, here's going to be, I actually live in this bubble right now in this house. I'll show you that some other time when I pick up a little bit in there. But starting with 2x6 beam. There's not actually a lot of weight on that. I can go upstairs and show you, but over here is more of weight. So, but anyways, that's going to be a walkway through. And I haven't put all the 2x6s up. But looking at this gas line here is kind of scary because I have to basically move that because I'm going to be putting I-beams in between the beams that are up here. So I don't know if you can see them, but so these beams that are up here, I'm going to be putting I-beams right in between them, and all these wires all the wires and the gas lines need to be moved over or underneath something so that any of the beams or anything that might fall doesn't fall on them and break them. So I got to be removing this wiring, and that's what I'll be doing today. And then I'll also be replacing the window upstairs. So let's go back upstairs. Oh, I made these. Everything actually is temporary. Temporary wiring. Temporary wire to my dryer. Yep. And then temporary wire to work everything else. So I'm gonna just show you what I want to replace. So I already did it with the door yesterday, but I got some 2x4s the other day. So this is the door. It's not quite done because I ran out of screws, but it's the door that is replaced right now because there is no support almost all the way to the building was actually on the door. But anyways, I removed it, and I would show you that, but it looks like it's gonna slip off. But see this window here? So if you look above it, there's nothing above it. So basically the frame of this window is weight bearing, and you can see that it started to crack because of the weights on it. So I'm gonna have to remove the window, and I'm gonna put some 2x4s in there, and the particle board there. Is it particle board? But yeah. So, but this is what it looks like to start, and it's gonna look kind of cool when I'm done, especially with some of the stuff that I have started already, but haven't gotten to in 6 months because while I was working. So, but I quit my job, so this is what I'm doing. Trying to save some money, and let's see how cool I can make it look. Oh yeah, let's show you my temporary sink. This is my temporary sink from a couple months ago. Well, last year I was living up in this portion, and then last year, sometime at the end of November into December, I moved everything into the basement there from up here, and then I got upset with some stuff at work, and I tore out everything in here, and yeah, I kind of stopped because it wasn't worth my time, because it was more stuff than I needed. But here's a temporary sink. It actually works. It just doesn't go into the piping anymore. I could turn on the water if you wanted me to, but I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, eventually I'll get rid of all this lath and plaster, and but I need to replace these 2x4s. So I probably need to replace that window too, before I start jacking up the floor. But I don't know if you can actually see the curvature. Well, you can see the curvature in the sheetrock that I have there, if it'll focus. So you see the curvature in the sheetrock? Well, yeah, there's a curvature on the floor as well. And the main reason why there's curvature is there was a chimney right here that was, I don't know, over 500 pounds probably, on this temporary wall this wall that was basically sideways 2x4s, just like this is, and it wasn't really supporting anything. It was actually too much load for the beam that we showed you that was cracked underneath. So it should be interesting. I kind of have nice hardwood floors, but I'm ruining them as I'm on them. But I guess it'll give you the distressed look, I guess, that everybody wants nowadays. But anyways, so I have no idea what else. I guess I'm just gonna get to work, and I'll show you guys what happens later, I guess, or what it looks like in maybe a week's time. So quit your job, find something new to do, and well, I've had a lot of stuff to do.